Title: I was at my wedding party when my wife declared, "I've decided we need a prenuptial agreement. Everything stays separate." Start: I was at my wedding party when my wife leaned close, champagne in hand, and said, "I've decided we need a prenuptial agreement. Everything stays separate." Her lips still glistened from the kiss she gave me at the altar. Guests clapped, music swelled, but her words cut sharper than any blade. I grinned. Perfect timing, I thought. When I first met her, I thought she was sunlight made flesh. Bright, charming, pulling me out of shadows I never knew I carried. She laughed easily, touched softly, and whispered promises about forever. She made me believe. We built a world together, late-night drives, cheap dinners that felt like feasts, plans for a home where laughter would echo. I trusted her with everything, my fears, my ambitions, my future. She said I was her anchor. I believed I was her choice. I was wrong. The signs came in whispers. A smile too rehearsed, a phone always tilted away, laughter spilling in the other room when she thought I slept. One night, her laptop chimed while she showered. Curiosity wasn't my sin that night, survival was. I saw her messages. To him. Words that mocked me, painted me a fool, while they planned how she'd keep what was hers and take what was mine. Her betrayal wasn't just about love, it was calculation, a move on a chessboard I hadn't realized we were playing. My chest tightened, my hands shook. But beneath the hurt, something colder took root. Resolve. I didn't confront her, not yet. Anger is noisy, and noise alerts the enemy. I chose silence. I hired a discreet investigator. Months of records piled up. Hotel receipts, private dinners, shared bank accounts under aliases. I traced every step of her deception until her whole blueprint lay bare in front of me. Meanwhile, I rewired my life. Quietly shifted assets, opened accounts in places she couldn't touch, moved property titles under a trust she didn't know existed. Every dollar she thought she'd bleed from me was already gone. I played the loving fiancé, nodding at her smiles, kissing her lies. She thought I was blind, but I was watching, recording, waiting. So when she whispered about the prenup during our wedding party, I felt no pain, just anticipation. I clinked my glass to hers, smiled for the cameras, and let her think she'd won. But I had prepared a stage for her downfall, and the curtain was about to rise. A week later, we signed the prenup she demanded. Her lawyers smirked, convinced they had cornered me. I signed without hesitation, because I knew what she didn't. Everything she thought was mine was already out of reach. I let her bask in her victory, let her believe she had caged me. Then I set the trap. At a dinner with friends, her friends, I played a video on the screen, casual, as though sharing wedding highlights. The room hushed when, instead of vows, messages between her and her lover appeared. Her voice, recorded in secret, mocking me, her laughter about how easy it would be. Gasps, whispers, forks clattering against plates. She froze, face drained of color. And then the final slide. Legal documents, proof of her hidden accounts, and her signature on transactions she thought were invisible, all exposed. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't accuse. I simply said, "Everything separate. Your words, remember?" Her mask cracked. Desperation leaked through her voice. She reached for me, pleading, swearing it was all a mistake. But the room had already turned. Her friends avoided her gaze. Her family sat in stunned silence. The man she betrayed me with? He wasn't there. He never would be. Because I had already tipped his wife off. His world was burning in parallel with hers. She wanted to control the story. Instead, she became the story. She left the dinner in tears, her empire of deception crumbling in front of an audience she couldn't silence. Her reputation shattered, her finances locked, her secrets stripped bare. The prenup she forced on me became her cage, everything separate, exactly as she demanded. She walked away with nothing but her shame. Now I sit here, glass in hand, recalling how easily trust can be weaponized, and how betrayal, once unveiled, can be the sharpest tool for justice. I don't miss her. I don't hate her. Hate requires weight, and she no longer carries any in my world. All I feel is the satisfaction of precision. She thought she played me, but in the end, she taught me patience, silence, and timing. And timing, as I learned on my wedding night, is everything. So when she said, "Everything stays separate," I smiled, because I had already made sure it would.